When I was 9 years old, I had an obsession with dolls. Not the new ones you see in bright boxes, but old porcelain dolls. The kind with glass eyes, tiny painted lips, and limbs that click when you move them. One summer, my grandmother gave me a doll from her attic. She said it had belonged to her when she was a little girl. The doll was beautiful, but strange. The porcelain face had faint hairline cracks, and her glass eyes were a pale blue that almost looked alive. Her dress was faded silk, the color of dry bone. I named her Lena. Grandma smiled when I told her the name. Sometimes I'd talk to her the way kids do, tell her about my day, complain about my teachers, pretend she answered back. It was harmless, at least until the night she moved. I woke up around midnight to the sound of something falling. When I turned on my lamp, Lena was no longer on the nightstand. She was sitting on the floor, facing the door. I figured she must have slipped, so I put her back. But the next night, it happened again. Only this time, she was sitting at the foot of my bed. After a few nights, I started waking up to find her somewhere new. On my desk, near my closet, once even at the window, like she'd been looking out. When I asked Mom if she'd been touching my doll, she just laughed. She said maybe I was playing in my sleep, but I knew I wasn't. I started to feel like someone or something else was playing along with me. I told Grandma, expecting her to scold me for making up stories. Instead, she looked uncomfortable. She used to move when I was little too, she said quietly. She protects her owner. That's what she does. That night, I decided to test it. I placed Lena on my dresser facing the wall and said out loud, "If you can hear me, move again." Then I turned off the light and waited. Around 2:00 I heard a faint scrape, porcelain sliding against wood. My heart started pounding. I wanted to look, but I was too scared to open my eyes. Then I heard it again, this time closer, softer. Scrape, scrape, tap. Finally, curiosity took over. I peeked. Lena was standing upright on the dresser, standing. Her head slowly turned toward me, and in the moonlight, her glass eyes shimmered like wet marbles. And then I swear I heard it. A whisper, faint, like someone speaking through a wall. "Don't move me again." When morning came, I found her back on my nightstand. The door to my room was open. The door I remembered locking. I begged my mom to throw the doll away. She refused, said I was just scaring myself silly. So I took matters into my own hands. That night, I placed Lena in a shoebox, wrapped it tight in tape, and hid it in the basement behind some old furniture. I remember whispering, "Stay there," and I thought that was the end of it. But after a few nights, the noises started again. From the basement, faint tapping, regular, deliberate, like porcelain fingers on cardboard, just enough to make me stay awake and wonder if Lena wanted out. When we moved houses a few months later, Mom asked if I wanted to bring my favorite doll. I said no. I told her to leave the box behind. The strange thing is, sometimes late at night, even now, years later, I'll hear that tapping again. Soft, rhythmic from somewhere deep in the house. I try to tell myself it's just pipes cooling, just my imagination. But sometimes, when I pass the mirror, I could swear there's a small reflection behind me. A porcelain face, faint blue eyes watching, waiting for me to play again.